right, and I'm unmuted, and now I will unmute you guys and perhaps turn down the volume a bit of the sound. Hi everyone, welcome back to Silver in Blood here on the Zweihander RPG channel. We, not last week or the last time, because we go bi-weekly here, I think some people were out, so we just had a little bit of a cast interview where you guys got to know Megan, Ian, and Ty and myself a little bit more. So, hold on here. Just checking to make sure. All right, cool. We're live. I'm monitoring and all that. I'm down a computer today, so everything, like, is going to have to be analog. So I got the books here. Oh, the GM screen. Oh, no, I put that up. I'll have to cover my camera, which I didn't bring. Oh, there we go. I'll have to do that and go grab that in a second. And as I reach, like, my clothes just ripped. So, yeah. It's okay. It's just to keep this sealed. It's nothing like that. All right. We like to keep it classy here on the Zweihander channel and not have me take my clothes off.
Unfortunately.
Maybe I'm working too hard. All right, guys, give me 1 second here. This thing doesn't need to stay shut, so I kind of turned the thing. All right, guys, how's everybody doing out there tonight? Let's see here. Yeah, good old, yeah, there you go. Apacho, yes. Today is the good old-fashioned books, which sometimes is quicker than the PDF, depending on how fast the computer is, because the PDF's huge. It takes forever to kind of sort through.
Yes.
So, yeah, I got them over here.
Hefty.
That being said, let's go ahead and bring the hefty book over here. Got your guys' character sheets. Everyone should take a quick second and look over at... Oh, my goodness, I have something wrong. I have...
What?
Oh, I can fix this. I can fix this.
Oh!
Boom, there we go. I had Ty and Ian in the wrong spot.
Time will be playing Albrecht tonight.
Yeah,
and,
there we go.
Ian will be playing Adelaide.
Tonight, folks, we're playing Spot the Difference. See if you can spot the difference.
Adam did spot the difference, so he won.
Yeah,
there are 8 things wrong in this episode. Can you find them all?
There we go. I want everyone to take quick notice of our lovely and talented Ty's new eyes.
Very fancy.
I've got fancy new ones, so I think you're...
If I have a frame, it's to read the comments because I can't see.
So your character went from being blind to be able to see, where you went from being able to see to blind now. Gotcha. So there we go.
Called method acting, Adam.
It's method acting, yeah. There
It's
you go.
for the dedicated.
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to become a nun now? Is that what you're going to do? Go join some crazy cult? I don't know. With this, I would say you're halfway in a cult. With half the time, I assume you'll just do a project I'm doing. So you know, you're just in the cult of doing the Vampire Interpreter show. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the cult of Adam. Adam finds you attractive and talented, and will ask you to do things.
Yeah, there you go. So that's fine. Ian, that puts
Often
you there
with
too.
Less than 24 hour. Often with less than 24-hour notice. Hey, you're free tomorrow night, right? You already know I am. What are we doing?
Well, thank you. There we go. So I sit here and try to fix my hair, but I go overly dramatic about it. All right. Just please don't use.
Do we need to get you a red wig?
Apache said, just please don't use fake blood, Ty. I will not sleep tonight if you do. Well, we're method actors. Who says it's fake?
So what I'm hearing, Mathriel needs to punch Adelaide.
There we
Just
go.
give her.
Wait, let me go get it on deck.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Wait till after the break.
All right. After our little bit of banter here, let's go ahead and get to the business. We haven't been together in like 3 weeks now. Or is it almost been? Well, at least doing the show. So it's been a hot minute.
Well, 2 weeks for you guys. It was a month for me because I.
Yeah, that's why it feels so distant to me, because it's like, oh man, and I've got a million other things to do. But welcome to Silver in Blood on the Zweihander RPG channel. If you actually are interested in running Zweihander stuff, you should join the Discord and pitch an idea to the people there. And if there's a time slot free, you can run your own adventure there too. I just pitched like 3 more today. Like I already don't have 4 other projects going on. But instead of writing for this show, I came up with 3 ideas for more. So,
Adam.
Yeah, no, that's me. So that's just something for you guys to keep an eye out if you have any idea and you're having fun watching us and maybe you want to do something on your own. Wonderful opportunities there. So let's go ahead and get into the meat of it. Silver and Blood, as pretty much anything in Zweihander, it's a grimdark universe. You can cast magic and cause horrible demons to come out of the ether. So terrible things happen here, but we're not always going to focus on them. So we have a consent mechanics, which you'll hear a little bit more about if you go back and watch your first episode. We just simply put down green, yellow, and red topics. Green are available for everyone. Yellow topics are things that we usually we just want to check with, so we'll set provisos. My classic example is you're seducing your way past the guard. Depending on intimacy, can be different things for everyone, so it's good to check with everyone. And then red topics are things we just don't bring up. They may happen in the terrible world of Zweihander RPGs, and specifically Silver and Blood, but they're not going to be the focus for our episodes. So, there we go. I believe now I'm sitting here like, oh god, it's been a month. Where we last left our group of intrepid heroes, you guys, you were outside the town of, oh goodness, where are my notes? Oh, I can't pull them up because my computer will die.
Rotberg, was it?
Rotberg,
Yeah,
thank
Rotberg.
you. There we go, I can pull it up.
Not Cheesetown anymore.
Not Cheesetown.
Unfortunately. We have left Untergang, thankfully.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you guys
Caseberg is behind us.
You guys are, because of the war essentially, the unification wars where King Edward is trying to unify the patchwork that is Silberach back together. Many refugees have fled to this town, causing the town to shut the doors. The Knights of Splitter are doing their best to help the injured and wounded. You guys, upon fleeing Untergang, ran into a traveling caravan in which you had discovered at least 2 were infected by the orc sickness and had fled off into the night. You had come to the outside of the town, spoken to the Knights Hospitaller about what has happened. I believe he made mention, Titus. Was Titus his name? Titus, yes.
Titus.
Yes, Titus. That he may have a cure. And I think that has intrigued most of you. Am I omitting any major points?
No, those are the major points.
Yeah.
I'm also
fixing to go around the tents or something like that and hand out food in the morning.
And check
that
it.
was
Yes.
that
We're
was the
trying to
plan.
find
There we
these.
go.
We're trying to find these individuals who have the orc sickness.
I realized
Yeah, there's
everyone else
one
had a red
definitely,
background,
and
but
then at
not
least-
me, so.
Yeah, there's one who definitely has it, and then one who is at least complicit in hiding it.
Let's see here. Checking this out here. Okay, just catching up on the chat. To remind everyone here, I don't mean to constantly look away. I have 2 monitors. My laptop is enough to, it's a gaming laptop. It's enough to do the streaming. That's about it. So I'm monitoring it on
We
my
did learn
iPad.
that.
Yeah, so if you're just joining us, that's why I don't mean to be rude like that, but that's what I'm doing over here, is checking. Now, tonight I have books and all that, character sheets in front of me. So. Okay, so I'm going to check some notes here. I shouldn't say notes, checking character sheets to see if anyone, I believe everyone is fully healed, because you were healed last episode, Albrecht.
Yes.
So, from your fall down the well. All right. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. I had completely forgotten about your plan to pass out food, so let's go with that. We will say that you guys sleep as best you can that night. It's probably a little difficult with the idea that at least 2 people are infected with the orc sickness could be around. But you still, nonetheless, are able to find a few hours of sleep. You kind of, I don't want to say anyone really, like, no one wakes up feeling refreshed, and there's really not an awakening for the morning or before the sun rises. You just eventually all find yourselves admitting to each other that you are up. And now what do you do?
Well,
Suppose we should get started then.
yes. If the soldiers over there are worth half of anything, they are going to start making noise around dawn. I don't think they will make noise, just judging by the Lord that is in charge of that merry band of conscripts. That food isn't gonna pass itself out, I guess.
Let's feed some unworthies.
Where are they?
Right.
meeting?
I think our plan was to go to, I think
We're
Titus,
gonna,
who had
yeah, the Brothers Hospitaller would have the food.
Mhm.
They said they were holding it because they get brought it from inside the city. Well, it brings out from inside the city to them.
Indeed. All right, so you guys get up in the. It is the chill of the soon-to-be morning air is upon you. The sun has yet to rise, but as you guys move your way through the camp, you can start to see the cresting of light off in the distance. There is always, I shouldn't say always, there tends to be a little bit of light all the time because of, again, where you guys, this world that you live on, there is a ring around the planet. So there is, to the north, there's always this crescent that goes from one end of the horizon to the other. So there's always a little bit of light.
Moons?
And there are two moons. One is very much like our moon, and the other is there as well, but it appears purple, and it's very hard to see. Every so often, when there is no moon, a silver moon, and the dark moon is called Tenebra, and it is believed to literally be like the embodiment of essentially the devil. So that is considered a very ill time to be out. Albrecht, being a magi, would know that's when magic tends to go kind of crazy. And also there's a belief, I'm not sure how tested it is because no one's education is that high, that the orc sickness spreads even further and quicker should it be that kind of ill time of year.
I feel like I remember you saying that was coming close, like in a few days or something.
I don't believe
'Cause
I said that.
Oh,
I might have mentioned that.
And I do. There was something about a full moon mentioned.
So there's a full moon. The moon is
Yeah.
full, like the actual moon, the silver moon. Which,
Yes.
as I'm sitting here thinking of it, I forget the fancy. I have a fancy name for it. It's probably Luna, actually.
Yes.
Thing
Real
about
fancy and original. Yes.
Yeah.
that causing something like the work sickness to be not like even worse than it is.
So I believe, and this is just me trying to reach back, because I think, Ty, you were correct. I think I mentioned, though, because now you're reminding me what I was thinking a month ago. I think I mentioned that the Luna, the full moon, will be soon, because that was giving Titus hope for some reason.
Oh,
and I think
yes.
when I was probably describing that, I probably then described the dark moon, Tenebra, and how it is full of ill omens.
Yeah, he was hoping to do something to help, maybe make a cure happen on the full moon.
Yeah. And Apacho, I love your comment, Apacho. If you have such an astronomical importance for that moon, you can be certain there are a group of wackos worshiping it for that.
Well,
yes.
yeah, and
Yes,
they're calling it the Silver Wolf.
Well, there's that.
Back
Yes,
in
there is.
Untergang.
That's you guys. The Silver Wolf is, yes. You, incidentally, your country does worship the silver moon. But Apacho is not wrong with the fact that there's probably a group out there that worships the dark moon that is the embodiment of evil.
Oh, yeah.
More duplicity than
Probably.
evil, but, but that's okay.
Had Tenebra but asked, Luminoi
Yeah.
would have given it freely.
Exactly. Look at that, man. I'm glad how you guys are loving
I know lore.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so regardless, there is a chill in the soon-to-be morning air as you guys And for bringing that up, because the full moon of Luna is upon you, there is actually a fair amount of light this early morning. Like I said, the chill begins to overtake you. No one's wearing sandals, because that would have been a terrible plan for you guys leaving Untergang.
Oh.
Jeez. So, but your boots, your shoes are wet with the morning dew, and you arrive at the main tent where the Knights Hospitaller and Titus are beginning to pass out the food. Now, Titus does have the scar burnt into him of the legion that his family was a part of, which is that legion eventually became the Knights Hospitaller. So, all right. So we're looking for 2 men who, at this point in time, we're not certain if their wounds will be green. But you will recognize them, but they will probably recognize you. How do you want to begin the search, then?
Does everyone come here for their food, and if they don't, then they're expected to find it themselves elsewhere? Or...
Not everyone needs the food. The charming young lord you met the other day would be an example of one who probably will not need our charity.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah. But many here don't turn down free bread.
They probably won't have a supply of food. They will be needing it. We could set up. We could split up and basically each take a quarter or a section of the tent city as we pass it out, and like set up distribution stations at each part so that each one of us can keep an eye out, and then reconvene, say where we saw them last.
If they recognize us and run, what do we do?
Stop them.
Yes, we don't. You won't have to stop them if you don't want to, Adelaide. There could be send someone over to one of us. We could
will
let
have
them
a
starve.
A few of the poor knights with you to be able to
Yes.
hopefully chase them down. I had a backup idea that might be worth considering. My legion knows of a way to potentially cure the orc sickness. It is not as foolproof as people would like to believe, but from what I'm told, hold on here, my computer was yelling at me. What I'm told is from my teachers that it is more successful than any other. Perhaps we should trust a little bit in both the men's desperation and perhaps their desire to do good. Perhaps we could slowly and gently spread the rumor of these individuals and how we have the cure and we are looking for them. Maybe they will come.
And if they don't?
I feel these men, from what you told me of the story, they know you're looking for them. And if they've seen you, they already know you're here. People are looking for them, and incidentally, and this may counteract my own theory, they will become paranoid. So they may not take the bait at all, but they can't be foolish. They have to know that someone's looking for them. But,
Where's one stone?
But, that being said, you do bring up... There is the counterpoint that the good sister brought up. They may not come.
Well, we could try. I guess it doesn't hurt necessarily.
I think it would be wise to start disseminating the message that a treatment is available if it's needed, as we pass out food, and tell them to go tell 2 people, and they tell 2 people, and they tell 2 people, so on and so forth.
It was an idea that I had last night during prayer. Being a poor knight, you see the good and the terrible in everyone. I've seen people abandon their loved ones, the first sign of sickness, but I've seen others wait at their side as they slowly died. So, mankind, and I dare say, he turns to Mathriel, even Eldai kind, each one has its both virtue and its sins. Any other ideas?
We've got a pretty good plan.
Yes, I think passing out the food, seeing if we can't spot them at least, and start disseminating the rumor is as good a plan as any. Well, it's not a rumor. The news.
What might work also as well... He turns to Mathriel. You were going to be easy to spot. But I guess there are 2 minds of this. We could attempt to cover up your differences, and you could wander about the camp. Perhaps because I think having you so prominently displayed would warn someone, but that being said, you've been here for a night. You embarrass the Lord. Someone has to know there's an Elvi here.
Let's be clear. Gottfried, he embarrassed himself. He is embarrassing.
Regardless, it drew some attention. So these are concerns we can consider.
Agreed. It's also worth mentioning that I was the one who realized that this man had the sickness, and had a conversation with him. So he definitely knows my face.
So how will this work? Will it excite their paranoia?
They may want a cure.
Well, they want a cure, and then we send Mathriel about, and she pushes the thing along, I suppose? Is that...
That it could be it as well. I just think my concern is if we have Mathriel prominently or even present while food is being passed out, if they do arrive for food, Mathriel could excite them even further.
Okay, then let's do it.
Okay. He begins to give you each food. So from what I'm... Just on the meta level, it sounds like the plan is we're going to have food checkpoints. Not checkpoints, but food distribution points at different parts of the camp. We will probably at least have 2 or the 3 of you humans keeping an eye out at those checkpoints. Probably being relatively clandestine, and some cloaks and things like that. But it's easier to hide humans than it is those big horns on Mathriel's head. But we put Mathriel's just moving through the town quickly and trying to be unseen. She might be able to spread the rumors or see if she can spot them on her own. Yeah, I think, is that the plan? Am I missing anything?
I was planning on disseminating the information of the cure as I passed out stuff and tell them, tell you people you know. Tell people you don't know about this. Tell people. And if I tell everyone who comes up for food and tell them to tell people, it should, the news should spread hilariously fast.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do here. I also remember fortune points. I think we didn't roll this time, but I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 and 2. I have 2 misfortune points. You guys have 2 fortune points. All right, here's what's going to happen. Let's go to Mathriel, because you're the one doing something different, so I need to check what you're going to do. which is you're gonna make a disguise check. We're gonna give you though a plus 10 because you got like the hood and all that. Like you're being the creepy person in the hood, and the hood's gonna help your horns and all that. So that should put you at a 43. So you want to roll 43 or lower. If you get doubles, that's a critical success.
Close.
Hmm?
We only have 2 fortune points, huh?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could spend it. I mean, being, in a xenophobic society, being caught alone, being the Valley Elvi, might not be fun.
We will get more fortune points.
That's a good point. And remind me, I get to re-roll.
You'll get to reroll, yes. So you're going to spend a fortune point. Okay.
It's the tens place?
So you're spending fortune point, it becomes a misfortune point, and you get to re-roll the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah, it's when you have when you're assisted by another character, they roll and you can take their 10th place.
Okay, 36.
There we go. Okay, so you are you're able to cover yourself up very well. While you probably don't want to spend a great deal of time sitting there and talking to any one individual for too long, you feel very confident in your disguise and your big billowy cloak. So, that being said, I'm going to need just... Alright, so between our 3 humans here, I guess my question is for you guys, during the food distribution, what is your role? Are you not even going to help, or are you just going to sit back in the corner and watch? What's the plan? So,
sorry.
Good. No, go ahead. Go right on ahead.
Well, I was just gonna. What are we handing out specifically? Because then, if it's like more than one item, we can sort of create like a line. Like here's your bread, here's your.
I think it's probably bread and soup. Probably some sort of bread and very watered down soup.
Just consomme.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's got some broth and a few things in there to munch on. And probably a little bit of water. That's available in the soup. So there you guys go. Piece of bread and water. So yeah, it's probably not a very big. I know there might be like 2 big pots there, and like 2 baskets of bread to pass out at each station. But I don't see. It's not like a buffet line. You know what I mean? There's probably like a small table about as big as your arms as I'm just ripping my clothes off as I go. Mm-hmm.
I plead the 5th.
Gosh. All right. Well so anyway.
I was trying to find a way to make it appropriate but still funny. Nope.
I gotcha. I like it and still funny. So it was just going to be horribly inappropriate.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Well, it was going to be inappropriate and funny too, but...
Anyway, gotcha. So enough about my clothes breaking. All right, there we go. So yeah, there's that. We'll start with you, though, Lauren. What's your plan?
I plan on actively handing out the bread. And while I do that, let them know. Like every couple of people, so that I'm not saying it every time, but every couple of people so that people can hear, letting them know, hey, here's the
You're the messenger. I feel like if anybody's got a good idea on how
I'm
to
the
spread
messenger.
something,
I'm spreading information. That is literally my job. I have 2 jobs, and it's running, and it's telling people things. And I can't run right now, so I'm telling.
Yeah. So all of this is the same for you. I feel like it could be a charm, guile, or a leadership check, but those are all fellowship based. So you're rolling at a 44. Let me see if any of your stuff actually helps. So nothing's actually helping. So you're rolling at a 44, whether it's leadership or charm. You're just kind of generally. You also do have the Manifest Destiny, which gives you +5 to untrained skills. So
isn't that already calculated though?
It is already calculated.
Yeah.
That's why you're pretty good at kind of everything.
That's why I'm at a 44. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ooh, 23.
All right, 23. Yeah, there you go.
I do it.
So you're able to succeed. All right, and before I give the result, let's see what everyone else gets. Let's go over to you, Albrecht. What are you doing? Like, how are you participating in this plan?
Okay, so I'm probably not helping with the food distribution at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I will try to spread the rumor, mostly by kind of wandering by the food line, looking like a crazy person, mumbling about the cure.
All right. I like it. And just embrace. I'm the magi. I'm gonna embrace the role of the crazy hermit. Gotcha.
We love to see it.
I
Yeah.
must learn the spell. There's some kind of cure for the orc sickness.
I'm gonna say that's a guile check, but I like your idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a +5 because I feel like you're just playing into the yeah. So +5 that'll put you to 42.
All
I
right.
just like that. That's kind of fun. That's fun.
Okay, I failed.
You fail.
I think I'm insane.
All right, gotcha. Did
Not
you
a crit fail or
Right.
anything.
Okay, you did not critically fail. So you just all right. So yeah, so you play it up, and everyone just thinks you're the crazy old hermit, and they part, you know, the people part so that you can get past because no one really wants to touch you, because now they think you have some sort of sickness or what have
Yes.
you. They don't want to.
Oh, dang. They do think he has the orc sickness, which is why he wants to learn how to do the cure.
He didn't critically fail.
That's
that
fair.
Sounds like a good.
Oh, that
critical
would be a crit
failure
fail,
right
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Think
And Adelaide, what are you doing?
Well, I guess handing out whatever Lauren isn't.
Mm-hmm.
If she's handing out the bread, then I'll do vice versa.
Gotcha. So you're gonna be very passive. You're not talking. So you're just gonna kind of.
She can bless people.
Keep an eye out for I think it's implied we're all keeping an eye out for Heckle and
Yeah,
Jekyll.
yeah. I'm not worried about that. I'm not gonna.
Whatever.
I'll maybe do
whatever
like
their
one
names are.
Unless Lauren and Adelaide are having a conversation, which is what the room sort of like. What's instead of telling the people, like they're
Oh.
talking.
We could be. I feel like that would circle. It would circle back a lot. Just a lot of us, just like.
Well, so
I
would
mean-
3 other
Yeah.
2 or
So
That's
this'll
true.
This will be a fellowship check for you as well, Adelaide. You roll at a 44. You playing into the religious role is going to give you a +5 as well, because I
Okay.
feel like actually no. So here I'm gonna give you a deal here, Adelaide, and you can take it or leave it. I will give you a +10 bonus, but if you fail, the problem is because you will be obviously a religious figure with white eyes. There's going to be a little bit more of a consequence if you critically fail. It's going to be bad. So it's up to you. If you
Okay.
don't take my deal, if you just fail, you're just not gonna get any information, but
So I
not
have
necessarily anything bad.
or
happens. So you're rolling at a 44 currently. If you take my deal, you're at a 54, but
Yeah.
I'm increasing the risk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it.
You're gonna take it? All right, sounds good.
Yep.
All right.
The head.
20.
48.
Woo!
There we go. Okay, and then there you go. You took the deal.
Squeaking that out.
Okay, so you pull it off. I like that.
My luminoid.
Yes. All right, so now I've got a lot of successes except for Albrecht over there just being weird. How do I want... So here's what happens. We'll start with Adelaide and Lauren as you two are passing out food in this morning. It takes about an hour or so. For about 20 minutes or so, there is a line. Like it's really, it's really full. It's easier to lose people in that moment. That being said, no, you guys don't see anyone that seems to respond frightened. So that's just gonna trickle on. But we're gonna go over to Mathriel. Mathriel, you're going about and you're spreading the rumor of the cure.
More or less, just to random people, if anybody like stops to talk or if anybody's chatting, just a moment of just like, oh, did you hear? There might be some sort of orc thing that's going on, but I hear that the Knight's Hospital might have something that could help. And just kind of doing one of those of like, oh, there might be something going on, but there might also be a cure.
All right. What I'm gonna need from you, give me an eavesdrop test.
Okay. Ooh. Not bad. 34. Just barely.
Just barely so.
Drop those eaves.
Yeah, yes, you do drop those eaves, or as a friend of mine refers to, ear hustling. Incidentally, since I am the vampire interpreter, one of the signs for eavesdropping is this, because you're taking your nose and putting it in somebody else's business. There you go. So there you go. Everybody's learned something. Like I said, these are kind of makeshift structures, mainly tents and things like that. You're moving past some tents, and you hear a muffled scream just around this tent.
I am going to approach.
All right. Give me an athletics check. It's not gonna be particularly hard. Yeah.
I would also like to know that I'm definitely carrying all my stuff on me.
I figured so. Yeah, no, indeed. I didn't think you were
girl.
gonna show up. Yeah. And then just gore them with your horns. Maybe.
I mean, I
If it has to.
Yeah, you've done that.
It's not
That's
unfair.
true.
37.
37? Yes, that is enough. So you quickly, I assume you move with great alacrity around there, and you're going to get there just in time. You will see one of the men. I think I named one of them Felix. I forget their names. It's been a while now. It's been like 2 months. Whatever his name was. And he has... you know what? I'm going to say... there is a very matronly woman, definitely looks like, very plain. She is on the ground with a bloodied nose and face. Well, you see that man, he has the bread in his hand and a bloody fist, and he looks like he's about ready to beat feet because he has what he came for. What do you do?
She's just gonna rush him and just be like, nope.
Yes!
All right, let's go ahead, Mithra. Let's roll some initiative real quick here. So you're gonna
Roll
roll
for
a
violence.
d10. Yeah. So you roll for.
I like to roll for violence.
Well, in cult, there's literally a stat called violence, so it's something.
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of like why we laugh. All right, your initiative here. All right, mine. Ooh, okay.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, you're literally and figuratively rolling for violence. Yeah.
16.
Would you guys 16?
Wait. Yes, 16. Sorry. I had to read.
All right, you're gonna get to go first. So it's your turn. You have 3 action points.
Right.
So,
Okay.
I might have lost everybody. It says Streamlabs has just turned off here. It's still running in the back.